Hello and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. We join our intrepid hero where we left off, outside of the hotel in Innsmouth, with Joe eyeballing us still. But he has a friend now.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Yeah. People in Innsmouth are very friendly when you're not from Innsmouth. So let's go in and see if there are any rooms. And we will ask, the guy that totally isn't a murderer.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room, and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
I'll, be back later, Gilman. Maybe. So, it's off to do some investigating, seeing as that's why we're here.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say I know him.
So, we're going to head over to the First National and investigate, since that seems like a logical place to start. Police line, do not cross. Yep. Be cautious when sneaking past enemies to avoid detection, keeping cover whenever possible, stick to the shadows, move slowly, and keep low as possible. Yes, there's stealth. If you press shift, you get this lovely little blur around the edge of the screen and start moving much slower, and that's Jack sneaking. And we need to sneak past this here officer of the law, who I don't remember how far up he comes. Oh, I'm not here, officer.
Ah, you can't come down there.
Whoops.
The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful.
Alright, so we're going to slowly follow him. Because he's a bit like a guard in Metal Gear. He has no peripheral vision. And doesn't hear anything around him. Whoop. And we need to go this way, I believe. Aha, a save point. And a lovely room.
The window's smashed. I can see what looks like an old dark room.
I'm sure nothing will come of it.
The door's bolted shut.
Oh, that was not the correct way to go. My mistake. Officer, are you still there? In before he walks around the corner, right as I do. Nope.
It won't open.
I swear, I'll remember which way to go in a minute. Where is the officer, though? Oh, there he goes. And we need to wait for him to come back down that way, because that's the way we came from. It's alright. We are the night. He'll never see us. Our cunning plan could be foiled by him turning his head slightly to the right, but that is apparently also an ability taken away by the Innsmouth look. Yaha.
It's unlocked.
Objects can be pushed when they have left scratch marks on the floor. Basically, if there's scratch marks on the floor, we can push something in front of it. And we are going to stop the officer from coming in after us by doing so. We've lost our legs and our arms. That's okay though, we still have a mighty skull with which to push bookcases. That is not a briefcase.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest.
Aha! Great success. And a medkit. Yep. And they heal through the interface with a quick ski. Can't reach over, Jack.
It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open.
Oh, obviously we should go into the basement because that went so well for us last time we went into a basement.
Looks like the door was forced open, and there's scratch marks on the wood. It won't budge.
Nothing budges ever. Entry was indeed forced. I figured that much out. Ah, now I'm all turned around. Where's the lifting handle? Oh, probably over here.
It won't budge. The store may be low on stock, but it's immaculately kept.
This is immaculate, Jack. You and I have different ideas.
It won't open.
It's been a while. Bear with me as I stumble in the dark.
These scratch marks look like they were made by some kind of animal.
Why didn't you open it before?
Strange.
Why didn't you open it before, Jack?
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Yeah, bootleg rum. Oh. And the officer is trying to follow us?
It probably leads down to a storage.
Yeah. Come on, Jack. The officer's after us. We gotta get down there. He'll never suspect a thing. Oh dear. Well, it went just as well for us as it did last time. Maybe a little better, to be fair.
Whoever's down there, you can rock.
To serve and protect. Alright, well, we can't get back up that way.
Nothing of interest.
Jack, it's glowing. It's obviously of interest, don't lie. Aha, a book. Which we will investigate. Diary of Brian Burnham. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here. Before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man White's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. Ah, what a touching tale.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Yes, Jack. It did. And now...
Standard storage ladders, used for getting things down from higher shelves.
Or for vandalism. Haha. And we will... Come on, Jack. There we go.
The cellar's filled with human remains.
Ta-da!
These people must have died a long time ago.
What gave that away, Jack? Jack is the best of investigators. Nothing slips by him. Oh, well, something did come of it.
There are some issues of the Innsmouth Courier lying here, and they're dated 1846.
Yoink. Let's have a gander. Innsmouth patrician arrested. Tales of heathen ceremonies by John Lawrence, editor. Obed Marsh, the head of Innsmouth's wealthy and influential Marsh family, now sits in the city jail, accused of devil worship and other unspeakable practices. The whole community is left in a state of shock by the horrifying revelation that accompanied the arrest. Readers will no doubt be aware of the deep reservations expressed by the Courier's editorship and other decent citizens concerning the esoteric Order of Dagon, which was founded by Captain Marsh after his return from the South Seas, and is said to be based upon a primitive religion he encountered among the uneducated natives of certain distant Pacific islands. The captain's arrest seems to lend strength to those suspicions, and a full investigation is expected to unearth more. Ah, good old Lovecraft, the big old racist he was. Ah. Let's go in here. Wow, what's this? Bullets. Notice how we still don't have a gun, though. Bit unusual for an FPS without the whole S part. It's really more of an adventure game, anyway. At least up until a point. But we'll get to that. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. That will be useful later. Oh, we do not want to go that way. Not just yet.
Holy shit!
Exactly, Jack.
Ah, from the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Lovely. Yep. And that's pretty much all that was in here. Just a jump scare. Well, a half-hearted jump scare, anyway. Ah, freedom. Well, hello there.
Hello, Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector.
Uh-huh.
They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
He wasn't very friendly, Jack. He didn't even say goodbye. That's exceptionally rude. Well, let's go off. Nothing more to see here. The officer's gone now as well, so we can just stroll out. Something's on the roof.
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Hello, fellas.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Too late. Let's go talk to this friendly
Seems
fella.
most of the normal people in this town are too frightened to tell me much of anything.
I wonder why.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm looking for a Brian Burnham. He works locally, in the First National Grocery Store.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Serve and protect. What a friendly fella.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
You don't say, Jack. Well, let's have a gander around the surrounding area.
It won't open.
Nope. Esoteric Order of Dagon. I'm sure nothing important will come of that later. You know, it's not too bad of a place. If you can get past all the fish people.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Can't say I noticed what you're saying, stranger.
Rude.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Just leave me be, stranger.
Yeah. Not the most friendly of fellows in this town. But that's okay, we're just gonna go on a lovely nighttime stroll. Take in the sights. Aha! There you are.
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Jack's not very good at picking up the ladies.
Can you at least tell me if you knew the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Look here, Mr. Walters. I can't answer your questions, and your harassment is putting us both in danger. Please, leave me alone.
In danger? From whom?
The Order. Now go.
Da-da-da.
She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now.
That she isn't. Why, it's our friend.
Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have figured him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store. A rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case.
Oh well. Can't accuse us of not trying. So, off for a lovely stroll again. Some nice ghostly whispers in the air. All very above board stuff.
The window looks into some old passageway.
I think we missed something by going the other way down this alleyway. Unless you can see it as you walk away. Nope. Well, let's go over this way now. Nice scenic sights. Washington Street. Ah, the local drunk. Oh, wait.
It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church.
Which totally doesn't have anything behind it.
With a good windpipe merrily in the Solins gallant mass. Ah, my boys, these are the joys.
Ah,
of the
charming.
noble and the brave, who love a life
Brings
in
back
the
memories of being in
temperate
England.
strife, and a home on
Touching.
the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his
Let's have a chat with the
gong,
drunk.
and the world... Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen,
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ear.
Ah, well, conveniently enough, Zadok. We robbed the store earlier.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search. Ah. Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring and anchoring in Lipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began. Telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that'd answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckon out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all...
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dock Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Ah, good old Zadok. Zadok is actually lifted pretty much exactly out of the original book this is based off of. Shh. But his dialogue is cut down quite a bit. So if you're at all interested, you should read the original book. Learn a bit more about Zadok.
I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me.
But of course.
Jack,
5 feet
Innsmouth
to
is
the
a
left.
strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen. but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Be quiet, Zadok. So yes. And these are the save points that ward off people. So they'll like come around the corner and be like, "Ach, no, the star," and then they'll run away. And it will be very unpleasant for them. Like, "Ah, no, it burns." But that seems like a good place to stop again today. We've learned a bit about Zadok, Innsmouth, spookiness, got trapped in a basement again, found out the police in this town are not very good policemen. Just a day in the life in Innsmouth. So, that's all for now. Until next time, ta-ta.